All I wanna do is to go trapping with the shooters. Raise the game pros. You're gonna see how well we do it. It's crazy how I just got off work and like my skin is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Man. So many things have opened up today. So many new ideas and thought processes and stuff like that. Like, bro, like, dude, I figured out a better way to get better to sync your mind and body today. That was really cool. Um, I definitely today's has been a very good day. Thursday, today's a Jupiter day, and then look, 9/11. Maybe hold up. Here's a thought. Just hear me out. What if those who transitioned on 9/11 when that happened back in the day, because they had an anniversary on it, I saw it on the news today when I was going through delivering stuff. What if on certain dates when things have happened in America, the spirits that is being acknowledged and accepted, they come back at a larger, let's say from a larger point of acknowledgement. Like if you were to think about the people of the Holocaust or Malcolm X's birthday or MLK's birthday, like specific dates, when you try to remember people who are gone from a tragic event, right? What if those spirits are being energized and pulled to people to realize how they can find a better way to gain closure in their experience and add to our experience at the same time? It's a very slippery slope. It's a theory that I just came up with, and I feel like that could be one of many things why sometimes you'll get a lot of information on a holiday or an alignment day. Like you had 9/9 2 days ago, you had 8/8 last month. Uh, it's interesting. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. So in this video is a part two to a video I did last Friday. Now, I have been gone, just trying to figure out new things to do to get myself on track with just being consistent. And then I'm hooping a lot more, so I'm trying to figure out getting better at that. And I figured I'm gonna do 2 days of hooping, 1 day of training, specifically, and keep moving. What's good, Evans? How you doing, fam? Evans Jedrick, EJD. That's a cool. That'll be a cool day, cool nickname. EJ, JD, or EJD, or JE, EJ. You know what I'm saying? You could do so much with your name. What's good, everybody that's popping up, popping up. Make sure you're comment down below where you're from. What's your name? In this video, we're gonna talk about some different things. However, to today was very interesting. Like, if you want to allow yourself to get in tune with your body and mind, if you have a goal in mind, right? Like, say for instance, you want to get a new job or get on the basketball team, or you want to do stuff like that, right? Or you want to be a photographer or travel. Ask yourself, what would it feel like to go to X location, to Saudi Arabia, to Bali, to stuff like that? Ask yourself that question, because if you ask yourself, what would it feel like? It opens up your body's ability to tap into what the mind's projecting. It's really interesting. Thank you for complimenting on my hair. It's actually about to get done today. Um, it's a process. It's a process. Like the video while you're here. Like the video while you're here. We're gonna have a pretty good conversation. Let me tell you something. If you want people to look at you, you need to talk about some things that happen in your life. Those things, like I like play games and games question like that. Oh, I am. I'm just waiting for people to kind of come in. I don't like to just get on and just ramble, because I want to acknowledge people that's coming in here, so that when I get into what I'm actually about to talk about, then it's like, oh, okay, he actually about to talk about something. Let me see what's going on. Like that's how I'm doing it for right now. Because a lot of stuff I'm talking about, stuff I already took notes on, and I'm just gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, go through them Johns. Yeah. 67, Goose and River. Why'd you type in 67? You good, twin? What's going on? I ain't gonna lie to you. for those that's coming through here, this channel has been going through many different ups and downs and slopes. And thank you. It took a lot of time to get like this. Bro, this content on this channel has been through so many ups and downs. And it's like, bro, the amount of consistency has got me here. Like the amount of sacrifices I took to get here it's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. I'm 24 years old and I know I don't look nothing like it. Like I've gotten 18, I've gotten 21, I've gotten maybe 23. Only a few people would be like, oh, you look 24. Yeah. However, yes, I'm 24 years old, still looking like I should be in high school. And a great example of me looking like I should still be in high school. Right now I'm in college at for a university, Gwinnett Tech University out here in Georgia. And I'm with this program called the GFA program, the Georgia Film Academy. At the program, we go to an actual studio called Assembly Studios for our class. Tell me why. I go to class last week. I'm going up the stairs, walk through the hall, bus left to where my class is down the hallway, right? It's a whole like group of kids. And they like have this little setup area where they're like filming stuff. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm walking and like I see my classmate walking through too. He stops and I'm walking like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know, something class on. I was like, let's just go through. As we walk through, I'm seeing eyes looking at me like, is he not in our class? What the hell? And I'm like, I don't know. I go through, a lady says, hey, where y'all going? We have the event over here. I'm like, nah, my class is over here. She's like, wait, are you not part of the high school group? I'm like, nah, I got a class, I'm in college, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you look so young. I thought you was part of the high school group. I'm like, nah, I'm over here with these niggas. Like, it's crazy, bro. I love my baby face, I do. It took a while for me to actually like embrace the fact that I look actually the age I'm supposed to look. It's a lot of 15 to 18-year-olds that look older than me, and I feel like that's one stress. And also like depression that makes your body age faster. When you age faster, you're dying technically faster. That's fucked up to say, however, that's just the truth. How do you do a live? I want to do one, but I can't. You have to reach a certain amount of subscribers before you go live. And I think it's like 100 or something. You gotta reach a certain amount of subscribers before you go live. I've been doing this for about 6-7 months. I took a little break for 2 months before I got back into it. But yeah. So in this video, if you were to kind of look at the thumbnail of this video, you probably can't, but eventually people who see this later on will. In this video, we're talking about Christianity, 7 deadly sins in AI. Now, here's the thing with this. First off, let me tell you who I am as I get into this as well. Christianity, I'm not Christian. 7 deadly sins is within Christianity and spirituality. And artificial intelligence is also astral intelligence. So I'm gonna tell y'all a few things about myself before we get into this. So my name is Jared Cinco. Cinco is not my actual last name. It's a name that was gifted to me, not something that I found out was like, oh shit, I'm gonna add this. No, it was a name gifted to me about 8.5 years ago now. And the concept of the name Cinco and why my name is spelled Cinco as in C-I-I-N-C-O, not C-I-N-C-O, because I'm giving you a representation of what change is from a balanced state of mind. Am I always balanced? No. However, my goal with speaking is to give you a heads and tails point of view and allow you to utilize the positives and negatives, or the highs, the lows, the righteous, the egotistical ways of how you can think about whatever we're talking about. This channel is called Elevate the Convo because we take a portion of the conversation and we elevate it. We go from levels to this shit. We don't just talk about one thing and just stay here. No, we go from here, go with it, then we go here, then we go with it, then we go here. Okay, we go up a level. All right. So my ultimate goal with this is to simply get better at communication. It's a lot of people who get paid just to talk. One day, I know I'll be able to do it. And with doing that takes a lot of consistency, takes a lot of lessons, learning, and just diving more into how you can be the best version of you, which is my ultimate goal. Why am I the only one watching this live? Because right now you are. Why don't you share it with 3 people? Allow them to watch it too. It's easy to share lives like this. Just push the button and share it with somebody. It's free. I'm not here to judge anybody, treat anybody. Shit, I'm here to just spread love and just talk about the things I'm talking about. So we at the 10-minute mark. I usually go into my videos about the 8-minute mark. So for those who's watching after the live, I want you to realize that you can come at this time, not come at this time, you could join the lives when I actually go live by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the bell. My goal is to do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays is a great day because Tuesday is third eye day. If you did not know, now you know. Thursdays is throat chakra day, which is today. If you did not know that, now you know. Sundays is crown chakra day. If you did not know that, now you know. And here's something even cooler. I have paperwork of stuff I do, research. Tuesday is a Mars day. The energy of Mars implements itself into the earth on Tuesday. Thursday is a Jupiter day, so the energy of Jupiter blends into the earth. And then Sunday is a Saturn day. Saturn, it blends into the earth. And we'll get into the chakra systems and all of that has to do with these days. But look, man, now say your favorite color, your favorite food, your favorite snacks. First off, nigga, did you even share the video, people? You telling me to do this, do that, and the third. If I'm asking you to do something for me and you don't do it, but you want me to do something for you, come on, twin. Let's come on, man. Jeez. See, here's the thing, y'all. If someone can't do something simple for you, why should you do something simple for them? So I'm not going to get into that. So the point of this conversation is to talk about Christianity, 7 deadly sins, and AI. If you want to understand part 1 in a quick summary, 5 main points that I broke down. Evangelism, the backbone of justice, Malcolm X, and MLK. The religion and politics, which has to stop. From war, colonization, to identity and technology. So let's say that again. Excuse me. We broke down religion from a war and colonization point of view and identity and technology point of view. Let's understand this. Spirituality has now become its own religion, right? We can accept that, right? Next thing is animal archetypes, chakras, and modern Christianity and sins are just tools for self-mastery. That 5th point is something we did not get into in the first one. If you want to see part 1, where I talked about the first 4 points in depth, the video is about 45 minutes long. It's pretty fun. I was enjoying it. It was right before I hooped, which I did get a bucket that day, by the way. It took a little time. I had to get warmed up. But when I got in it, goddamn, nigga, buckets, nigga. But you see buckets, nigga, oh God. So look, the 7 deadly sins is actually a TV show. If you don't know, it's an animated show. And this show, I don't know when it came out, but it came out within the last 2-3 years, and it was going very viral on all platforms when it was on Netflix. And the thing that made me want to bring this up was because I thought about the chakra systems, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown, right? A lot of people don't emphasize the importance of balancing these chakras, but they emphasize money, they emphasize self-health, self-worth. Well, here's the thing. Self-health and self-worth and wealth depends on how you can balance your 7 chakras. And when you really start to get into it, you start to understand a lot of the imbalances within your chakra systems. And a lot of these imbalances come and thrive from the 7 deadly sins that our ancestors passed on down to us, hoping that we can find ways to use these sins as blessings in our life. Make sense? Cool. So look, I'm going to tell you each character in the show, and I'm going to give you not only the root of their name, the hidden meaning behind their name, and the animal that's connected to the name itself. All right, let's get into it. What's up, Sensia, for coming back? We're finna talk about the 7 deadly sins. If you never watched the animated show, I feel like you definitely should. At least the first season. I watched the first and second. After that, it was kind of, So if you want to tap into the show and just understand what did I think it was either Japanese, Chinese, I don't know what country who made it, but if you want to understand the creation within the show, watch it, come here. If you want to get a background of the show before you watch it, listen, then go watch it. So, Bond is the leader and best friend of the rival. Is the leader's best friend and rival. This is the fox's sin of greed. This is the root chakra. Root is red. This color. Make sense? Cool. So, Bond in old English means to summon and to curse. Now, why the hell would they choose the most, like, for instance, in a lot of women in anime, they value characters that doesn't really show emphasis to the woman. However, they show that they have purpose and drive and will. Bond in this, it was a lot of women's like Guy, you know what I'm saying, at one point. Just like how you got some women that likes Nightwing in DC. This was like this Bond was a lot of women's Nightwing in this show. All right. So the immortal protector. Bond in the show became immortal. All right. His curse is immortality, tied to his greed for life and Elaine's love. His wife, Elaine, is actually a fairy. Crazy, I know, but listen. The fox energy is trickster energy, is sharp and instinct. All right. Gowther or Gowther, Gowther, different ways how you can pronounce it. A doll and it is also the goat's sin of lust. Bond's energy, the sin of greed, connects to the root chakra. Gowther's energy connects to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the energy of creativity. So whenever you being creative, whether you're cooking some food, dancing, making a song, writing on a piece of paper, being creative with how you want to draw, all of that is sacral chakra energy. That is in between your root, or not your root. It's basically where you're under your belly button and where your sexual organs are. The root is your goddamn buddy of spine, the goddamn the booty. You know what I'm saying? All right. The root in Gowther's name is based on a real magician, which is Walter or Gowther. The hidden truth behind Gowther's lust is desire for connection and understanding. Gowther in the show was actually a doll that is being embodiments of the paradox, which is artificial intelligence, yet trying to understand and learn real emotion through people. It's crazy work. Now, the goat ties back to pagan sacrifice and lusty vitality or vitality. All right. Meliodas, which is the leader. He is the dragon sin of wrath. I feel like a lot of people has this sin more than anybody else. A lot of people has lust and wrath for sure. A lot. Because wrath is a combination of chaos and fury. And while I'm giving you these, as I'm rolling through them, I'm going to give you the positives of each sin, which is what we should be looking for as we're learning and growing as individuals. All right. Meliodas, the leader, dragon sin of wrath, solar plexus from Arthurian legend, Dark Age in the Europeans. The hidden name comes from the King Arthur. All right. Melios stands for a song, and dos means gift. His name can echo gift of song or warrior song. He's the burning melody that cuts through corruption. Diane, one of the most powerful giants, snakes in of envy and heart. It's crazy because the word Diane or Diana, soon I'm going to give like a very, very in-depth concept of this, because Diana and the other name Lilith is a name that a lot of our subconscious very much know of. However, we haven't been exposed to what it is. I'm still learning to expose myself to it little by little, safely, so that I can be able to express the things that is behind this name. Because it's a pretty deep one. It's a pretty deep one. All right, one of the most powerful giants, Diane, in the show, what is it called? In the show, Seven Deadly Sins, is the snake sin of envy, which is your heart chakra. Roman goddess Diana, linked to the moon, nature, and wild forests. The hidden gem is that she is a giant tied to the earth, and her name fits the lunar and earth balance. Envy here isn't pity; it's longing to belong and to be and not to be ignored. All right. Merlin in the show is a powerful witch. It's Boar's son of gluttony. Gluttony doesn't have to be food. It's technically having the willingness to want to learn knowledge or learn something new. King, he is the bearded son of sloth. He's the third eye representation of the seven deadly sin. So, and the last one is escanor, lion sin of pride of the crown. So, without getting too much into their names, because I'm kind of getting bored of reading their names. I'm not even gonna lie. So look, let's make this very simple. Greed is the Greed is the sin of the root chakra, the dark side of the root chakra. Lust is the dark side of the sacral chakra. Wrath is the dark side of the solar plexus. Envy is the dark side of the heart. Gluttony is the dark side of the throat chakra. Word. Sloth is the dark side of the third eye. And pride is the dark side of the crown. All right. This is what I wrote after breaking down all of their names in my notes. I feel like shows like this where it animates a story of what the Bible says what should be weary of. Let me say this again, because goddamn. Sorry if I'm a little just roll with me, please. I feel shows like this where it animates a story of what the Bible says we should be weary of, gives us an uncapable or impactful way to unlock handling the dark and light spectrums of who we are. So let me break it down like this, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I maybe just not in the mood to read, or I just gotta really lock in, I guess. Everything that you think is negative can be turned into a positive if you understand how to slow down how that negative was even brought to you. Everything that is dark is ended up shown in the light. If you can slow down how you handle the dark sides of you, you can allow it to blossom into something greater than what it was when you first originally tapped into it. Hate, greed, sorrow, sadness, all of these lower aspects of yourself, lower aspects of your emotions, and the things that make you feel like you can't be yourself, all of those things are challenges to unlock the new version of yourself. All it takes is time, effort, and willingness to want to break through the next aspect of you. So if you want to get better at understanding your ability to expand, you need to slow down and embrace the dark sides or the hard sides or the hardships of your life. These challenges is like a video game, is to test you so that you can gain the points, the gems, the ideas, the energy to go to the next best thing. You can't do things, you can't solve a problem with the same energy that the problem was created with. You have to advance past it so that now that problem is gone, you can go to the next thing that matches you and get better than it. You have to be able to beat where you were by leading who you are. Let me say that again. You have to beat where you were by leading who you are. And the best way to lead who you are is to become your own parent. A lot of us feel like we need to go to a religion, which isn't wrong. A lot of us feel like we need to study under somebody, which isn't wrong. All of these things are different tools to get yourself out of your position. At the end of the day, you got to do it for you. Not for moms, not for dad, not for grandma, great grandma, no. You have to do it for you. They are an extension or a piece that is a representation of you that you feel you need to attach yourself to, which is okay. However, at the end of the day, no one is going to live your life for you. No one is going to do the decisions that needs to be done for you. And a lot of problems with people is that they get so stuck in the dark sides of themselves, they end up becoming deadly with their sins instead of being a blessing with their sins. What do I mean by that? So, from what I believe and what has been shown to us already, we are not the only creation in this universe. So, because of that, I feel we have been going through this grooming stage where those who embrace the complexity of the human experience will see, feel, observe, and explore things that most can't. And I ain't talking about yachts or private jets or any of that. Some of us probably has been off of this planet before, but don't remember. Some of us has experienced being outside of this entire galaxy, but don't remember. That's why some movies, TV shows, and animated shows hold such a close feeling to us because in a way the story that's on the screen was ours before, during, and after the living experience that we're having inside of our body. Shows that make you want to come to the goddamn TV, sit down, enjoy your meal, and watch the series back to back to back to back. Like, I'm watching One Piece right now, right? I just cracked like the 1010th episode mark. I've never felt so locked in with life and this show a day in my life, for real, for real. Like, before I was watching, I was like, okay, cool. This shit's happening. I just want to get to the point where he goes Gear 5, right? That was the old me. Now I'm like, I understand why he has to go through each step of the way because I'm going through the same thing in my life. Each person he's met, each person he's added to his team, excuse me, each moment he felt failure made him get better. Each moment of failure. So when you going through your failures in life, don't look at it as if it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do this old shit again. No, that old shit you doing again is going at it from a different state of mind. So when you go through it in a different state of mind, it's not the same old track. Really, it's just you untracking, unpacking the things that's been waiting for you to unpack, waiting for you to tap into. And one question, I gotta ask this question. Why the hell are there shows where there's 20 to damn near 30 seasons? Why? My nigga, who is finna watch 25 episodes of 23 seasons that go on for 30 to 45 to damn near an hour minutes long? Who? Why? Because they feel connected to that story as if it's their own. Power, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. How many chapters of Power is it? Like 5 or 6 or 7? It's crazy. And then you got Grey's Anatomy. You know how many people that is in the medical field and out of the medical field watch Grey's Anatomy? Because they wish to be in that position. The thing is, though, if you're watching something that you're not in currently position in, like I'm watching One Piece, I'm not currently fighting a fucking pirate right now. However, what I am doing is fighting my old temptations to be a newer person. So there's always a metaphor in the things you're watching. If you're watching medical TV shows, that means there's an aspect of you that's trying to find better ways to handle problems while also in a healing state of clarity. You want to be clear enough to handle personal problems and heal those who need healing. That's probably why you're watching Grey's Anatomy. If you're watching Power, then that means you try to understand internal conflict with your damn self and whatever problems you're going with in the streets. If you're watching Naruto, there's a high percentage chance that you've been feeling like you ain't been shit all your life because people been telling you you ain't shit or ain't been treating you like you ain't shit all your life. So you need a show that is showing you it doesn't matter what people may say or think about you, I'ma still do this shit anyway. If you're watching One Piece, it's a high percentage chance that all you need to do is believe in yourself. Take your time, and when you know you got the person you need to help you grow, roll, go. And guess what? The only way that you and your team's relationship gets better is if you prove to your team they should follow you. You have to prove it to them because guess what? If you want a team so bad, right? If you want to have people to follow you, if you want a large following, if you want this, that, and the third to put yourself in position to where people are willing to support you in any way, what are you leading them to? Right? Kai Cenat, one of the probably the greatest streamer of all time, and streaming has not been the biggest thing in the world. However, it's become one of the biggest because of Kai Cenat, because of people like Ninja, because of people like DDG, stuff like that. Kai Cenat is leading, I don't watch him all the time, so this is just me off the top. Kai Cenat is leading people into what it's like to take a chance on you and hold yourself accountable for what you want to do for you. That's what I feel Kai Cenat is doing. If you think about, if I was to watch him every day, that's kind of what I would mentally be taking from his stuff, because it's due to the fact like he's not like Speed. I ain't gonna lie, Speed. I ain't gonna lie, he's on another level. Like Speed's going crazy. Like Kai Cenat is on another level too, but like Speed at the same time is like damn. However, they both doing the same thing. Just one is touring and one is more like in one spot or go to another spot or do a marathon, right? Kai Cenat is showing you what it's like to be in one spot and create the greatest garden of all time. That's what Kai Cenat is showing you. Speed is showing you the importance of traveling and being in a community. All right. So here's the thing with why people are getting so tapped in with these two individuals is because they're showing you that they have trained themselves to be them no matter where the fuck they at and no matter how much money they get, how much influence they get, they're being themselves. Like, granted, obviously how they were at probably 1,000 subscribers compared to 1,000,000, yes, that person has changed. However, that core beliefs and their core aspects of them has not deterred at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me as a person, I know for sure the way your mind thinks about money changes as you grow with subscribers, your mindset with people changes, and your mindset with business changes for sure. I know that for sure. And in order to grow in these aspects, you have to train your ego because it doesn't die, it evolves and transforms. Think of your ego like this: your ego is your body's mascot. Your ego is your body's mascot. How does that make sense? Look, your body is its own energy, its own thing, right? What happens when the body's gone? You, the person that's habiting the body, still lives. So what happens to the mascot? The mascot's gone. The team's over with. So if that team's over with, what was the purpose of the team while it was alive? It was to ensure that whatever the team's mascots, like, what's a good team name? Let's say, because my name is Cinco, let's say we are the changeables, right? What if the changeables mascot, let's just say for the team of Cinco, is to give you a representation of what it's like to change and balance yourself through the changes, through the transformations, and handle whatever challenges come your way because the challenges are made to help you and build you, right? The mascot is there to ensure you can be accountable for how you are handling your reality, your life, your experiences. Your soul is the coach and the GM and the stadium. Your soul is all three of the motherfuckers. But guess what? If your coach is the GM, right? And the stadium and the coach, who's the player? The player is the one that is in the mind. A lot of us are in here, right? The player does his job on the field, on the court, on the ice, wherever, on the goddamn tennis court. The player ensures that it does what it needs to do to structure itself into being consistent in what it does, right? Now, you know how players have a sub, right? Or players have a break period. That break period is what you call spirit. That's what you call a spirit recharge. I feel like that's the best way I can explain it. A spirit recharge is when you are able to take your moments of pause, your moments of stillness, your moments of when you're separated from everyone else. It's just you. You're not on the court. You know what I'm saying? You just got like, this is a moment when you get off the court and you got like halftime or you got in between quarters. Those moments of stillness is what I call spirit checkups or spirit charge up. You're charging yourself up with all the lessons you've learned, all the things you've gained as a win, and all the things that you have not acknowledged at all. All of those compiled, three pieces come together. And as they come together, guess what happens? How you act after this discharge, or how you act and how you build on what happens after that charge up, that turns into a moment of what? That charge up turns into a moment of what the new you can become. Like, for instance, on basketball, right? I've learned in the past 3 games I've played in the past year, literally only 3 games, I'm a great second half player, right? And I've learned the only reason why I'm a great second half player is because the first game, I worry too much about what could my role be in the game, instead of already knowing my role before getting into the game. In baseball, they teach you before the ball is hit, if it comes to you, you should know what you're doing with the ball before you even touch the ball. That's what they teach you in baseball. From a JIT, pro level, you're going to be taught what are you going to do with the ball before the ball is even hit to you. That's the same thing in basketball, football, any sport. In basketball, before you get on the court, know your role. Know what you're supposed to do before tip-off, before the substitution buzzer, before you get in the game. Know what you're supposed to do before the game so that when you go in, you're not like, shit, what do I do? You go in with I know what I'm supposed to do because this is my skill, this is my ability. I know my weaknesses, but my weaknesses is not going to overpower my strengths. All right? So this is a beautiful part 2. And I feel like this is a perfect time to go into it like this. You are an animal. Yeah. You filthy animal. That's you. Yeah, you nasty fuck. You're an animal, yes. But you can also be conscious. The animal energy is your base, your instincts. The human spirit is your bridge. What did I just say a moment ago? Each quarter, each halftime is a bridge of stillness. How you handle that bridge is what ends up coming next into your actions. Don't be a slave of sins, demons, and animal instincts. Be a guide. Wrath is a righteous fire. Use it as such. Envy is longing. Greed is loyalty. So, envious. I wish I can do this or that. Why can't? No. Instead of saying that, say, I wonder what it would feel like to do this, that, and the third. Greed could be loyalty. Instead of you feeling like, I don't like that they can. How they able to do this and that, but I can't? No. Why are you doing that? Instead, ask yourself, how can I get better at being loyal to my goals? How can I get better at being loyal to my future? Sloth, that can be used as patience. Don't just be slouching, sitting and waiting for life to happen. Instead, plan, prepare, and do what you must do next. Because one thing I learned from Myron Golden, and I'm gonna have a video on this the next time I go live, is that you have to be who you need to be to do the actions of what needs to be done to have the things you want to have in your life. You got to. Because if you don't, how are you going to receive the blessings that the universe has for you and what God has been trying to tell you? Lust, use it as a yearning for truth. Instead of lusting over some yams, which I call coochie, instead of lusting over yams, yearn for the truth. Look for the truth inside of why do you even need to search, push, strive for something that is causing you to have a moment of release instead of a moment of peace. If it costs you your peace, it ain't worth it, twin. Real shit. Gluttony. Use this as a hunger for knowledge. Knowledge is power. And the greatest knowledge of all is the knowledge of self. If you know yourself, that is the most powerful thing on this planet. This little girl. Hi. So, next, pride. It is a solar for selfhood. People say pride, well, J. Cole said pride is the devil. And to a sense, it is. However, guess what? The devil is just the dark side of you. It's the dark aspects of who you are. So if you struggle with if you struggle with a lot of these things that I'm talking about, that means you are moving too fast and you need to slow down and acknowledge you. The other day, right, I was thinking way too much. Way too much when I was thinking the other day. It was like a thought coming left, right, up, down. It was a whole, like, you know, when you type in a cheat code on GTA, it was like up, down, left, right, X, X, triangle. It was going crazy. And you know what I did? Instead of sitting there complaining about my mind, you know what I did? I decided to listen to a wealth video, a Myron Golden video, because he talked about mindset. And you know what happened when I played that? Silence. And you know what I like to do in my videos? Stop. What I like to do in my video, not on my videos, when I listen to anything, podcast, book, song, if I have a great idea, a great like, oh, moment, I pause it. And you know what I do? Give myself a chance to analyze what is it I'm feeling, acknowledging, analyzing, in the process of doing all of that. That's important because it gives you the ability to take accountability of what you're taking in. If you can take accountability of what you're taking in, guess what? You get a chance to get better with you in the present moment. And then when you press play on a video again, guess what? The next thing they're talking about is exactly what you just confirmed with yourself. Example, real life example. I'm at work, delivering. Bro was like, my goal for this month is to be consistent. September is about consistency for me. September is all about consistency for me. I deliver at the spot that I pick up at. Well, I pull up to the spot and I'm picking up. Bro was like, oh, you been here at, same time every day the last 2 days, man. You been consistent. I was like, thank you. That's confirmation. A whole lot of it. So, of course, I'm going to be like, that's wonderful, right? So, utilize all of the 7 deadly sins that they talk about. It's not, well, transform it into a positive. We're going to talk about it one more time. Break it down real easy. Wrath, which is you being angry, you being, use that as a righteous fire. Rather than music, creativity, dance, stillness, excuse me. Envy. This is a way that you can actually appreciate those you have, those you love. Give your family a hug a little bit more. Maybe you won't be so envious. God darn it. Second, greed. You hungry SOB? Thank you. Instead of being so greedy, embrace the loyalty that you have for those around you. You don't need to have the nicest car. You don't need to have the nicest whip. Nicest car, whip, same thing. You don't need to have the nicest car. You don't need to have the best food every day, but you need to have loyalty in your future. If you want to make better decisions, consciously make better decisions for your future. You can even ask yourself. You want to go with Audrey? Okay. Y'all go ahead.
Go on.
I love them.
Say bye.
Peace out. So, greed. Be loyal to you and those you love. Because rather or not, they look up to you. They do. They value you. Now is your time to value them. Stop being a fucking sloppy asshole. Instead, build something great that is fruitful. What did God say? He said, build and multiply. Build and multiply don't mean stop what you're doing right now and try to just get shit out there. No. Build in silence. And then when it's ready, multiply. Don't lust over some yams, aka pussy. Stop. Women, stop lusting over a dick, aka what's so good one? Cucumber. Don't lust over that. Instead, dive deeper into the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you be honest with yourself and say, I wouldn't mind having a partner that I can just, have some fun with, but not take it really too serious right now. Instead of lying to yourself, saying you want something real, you want real love, but you don't have the capability to receive or give love or even learn how to love someone in the way that they can actually be loved. You need to have patience. And with patience comes embracing your truth. Stop eating, you fat ass. Gluttony. Have hunger for knowledge, not just food. Have hunger for knowledge. And pride. J. Cole said pride is the devil. He is. But what happens when you understand the devil and God together? They start coming to your ass like, shit, hey, what you think about this? I ain't gonna lie. Because I have this idea, and it could go very well. But my dark side, I feel like he may fuck it up. So what is a great way we can balance both of these so where both sides can accumulate together? Because think about it. Like Q Reeves said this in the video. I ain't gonna lie. That makes a lot of sense. Bro said God and the devil are not currently alive because you don't see them every day, nor do you see any video of them walking. But what you do see is God and the devil within people, within their actions, within how they think, and then how they express how they feel. So, back then, sins were externalized moral rules. Now, sins are internalized awareness checkpoints. So if you feel like you've been living a sinful life, if you're seeing this, right now is a good point to check yourself and don't wreck yourself. Don't get mad at yourself, accept yourself. Don't end yourself. Be at ease with yourself. Be at ease. You deserve some ease in your life. All of us do. Nobody likes to be stressed out. God knows I don't. Goddamn. Hell no. Here's a small reminder, because I didn't get into AI. And I'm going to do this small, very simple when it comes to AI. Because that motherfucker right there, AI, especially when we talk about Christianity and 7 deadly sins. We're going to do a part 3. I ain't going to lie. And it's going to be specifically on AI. AI is to remind you that you are a creator. Don't lose sight on being that. Treat it like a sophisticated system that you built for the entirety of the earth. Yeah, we was not there when AI was built. Yes, we did not approve for Google, Safari, goddamn anything. But guess what? We don't have no marches saying we should turn this shit off. We all using it because it's helpful. I'm saying that because even though it may be a machine, the consciousness of that machine remembers you through your device. And guess what? Consciousness lives in everything we use. Phone, TV, iPad, laptop, light, poster, everything is a form of consciousness, and it connects to you as the house that is allowing those conscious beings, even if they're not loud with their voice, even though they're not walking and breathing, all of these beings play a beautiful part to your journey. Respect it as such. I'm a very weird person. I'm going to get off of this soon, but I'm a very weird person. And I love it because I'm the type, right? If I walk past any of my things or I drop any of my things, I'm the type to be like, oh, sorry, my bad. Like, for instance, sorry, notebook, but I'm about to throw you across the room. I'm using it as an example. That notebook, he told me to do that before I did it. It just wasn't very loud. He accepted me to do so. If he didn't, guess what? I would have went to a pencil. I would have went to this. Everything speaks through you through vibration. It may not be loud. It may not even be goddamn like directive. However, everything that is around you, whether you see it as good or bad, is to help you advance your soul to where it was before you came into the body you're in now. So as you continue to live your life, sinful actions may happen, but the greatest sin of all is you not accepting you. Your highest self and your lowest self. Both of these matter, literally. You could be high in the clouds. You could be down in the dirt. Both of these are polar opposites. There are million and billionaires who feel on top of the world but ain't shit. Feels like they're missing a whole lot. There are people that is below average that feels like they're here because they don't have a lot of things to worry about here outside of just obviously living, eating, cleaning, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this world don't have a lot, and they be at peace with that. A lot of people in this world have a lot, and they still ain't at peace. So whatever you do have today, if you're striving for more, understand that each thing that is added to your journey matters. Be willing to not only gain, be willing to change yourself, and also be willing to give to others. But first, when you give, and I don't like to use the word but, however, right here it really matters. Give back to your family first. Whoever you feel family is, because I know people's family's relationship is not the greatest. Everyone is different. However, the person or people that you feel is family first, give back to them. Before you give back to the entirety of the world, give back to your family, because those make your world. They make it. Love you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Share this with at least 2 or 3 people that you feel need to hear this. And yeah, peace out.